Greetings
Hello, friends.
and much has transpired since the last time I think we went over it.
Yeah, we're going to start with a quick recap. They were
Yep.
on Thalia, assisting the Thalians in their civil war versus the native population, the Sandus. They had delivered a bunch of food, then they delivered a bunch of drugs. Then they picked up another job from the Thalians to travel over and visit the Meteor clan, pick up a ship, and bring the ship that belongs to the Thalians and their ship back to Thalia and drop the ship off for the Thalians. Bunch of money. It's one jump, no big deal, but the Thalians are busy and they needed somebody to do it. While they were there visiting the that they used to help them build ships for so cheap, that's why they're the cheapest shipbuilder in the sector. They have an entire race of slaves called the Dogs, D-H-O-G, Dogs. And so they've got these 50 Dahog inmates that they're taking from the Meteor clan to the Zahidi Combine. And I gave them the most terrible guilty conscience about it. They were talking about these undesirables, and they wound up finding out that these people aren't really undesirables. They were just sort of, they were fighting for their freedom, attacked a guard when the guard, the ethical dilemma of should we deliver these slaves essentially to this prison planet? Should we set them free? They even thought, well, maybe we could give them the ship that we're supposed to be delivering to the Thalians. Well, no, we can't do that. We need to. Anyway, we spent probably a half hour just talking about what their options were. And they decided that they would, after the Dahog almost broke out and escaped on their own, the crew finally got it under control, got them locked back up, and promised them that they would find a way to set them free. Just go back in the room. We're going to lock you back in there while we figure out a plan, and we're going to need you guys' help to make some convincing evidence that you somehow escaped from us. And they decided that there was no, we talked about it for a half hour, and they decided there was no way they could make evidence sufficient. So they wound up delivering these 50 inmates to the prison planet. My players are absolutely miserable. They feel like the worst, like we're the bad guys. Man, this sucks. And they delivered the ship first, then delivered the slaves. And they don't really know that the Zahidi Combine are the evilest people in the whole planet, in the whole sector. But they witness some things while they're dropping off these slaves that make them realize that they could probably get away with destroying the Zahidi Combine, or at least attacking them, and it would all work out. So they go on this huge 15 sector, one-way 15 sector back trip they're dropping off cargo on several planets on the way out, picking up a bunch of extremely volatile chemicals from Amaviska and delivering it back to the Zahidi Combine, which is going to give the Zahidi Combine a huge bonus during the next faction turn. They're fighting against the Brodstrokovi, which is one of my players is a retired Brodstrokovi mercenary. So they don't really want to assist the Zahedi Combine, but they haven't talked to the Brotstrokovi to know that this war is sort of bubbling just below the surface. So they get back in sector, where the Zahedi Combine satellite is, and there's a Brotstrokovi ship there on the surface of the planet. There's a tank battalion and an infantry battalion on the planet. We moved those there during the last player turn, or during the last faction turn. So I just decided that during freely, my retired Brotstrokovi mercenary rolls a natural 12 on his culture, whatever planet the Brotstrokovi are from, to find his buddy. And his buddy, because he rolled a natural 12, is right there, answers the phone. Hey, John, how's it going, man? We're here fighting this war against the Zahedi Combine. So my players, why don't we go over to the asset tracker, brother?
All right.
And scroll down there to the Zahedi Combine at the bottom.
Way ahead of you. I'm already sitting on it.
My players, can you see what I have highlighted?
Yeah. I'm right next to you.
Okay. My players dropped off 30 tons of extremely explosive chemicals in this bay. They rolled an explosive check to convert 2 stun batons and a plasma rifle into a bomb somehow. Rolls like a 13 after his +3. So they successfully make the bomb. Then they fail the stealth check. So the guy that's unloading it is like, hey, you left your plasma rifle, and throws the bomb back up onto the ship. But, I mean, it only goes off when they call it from their cell phone. So, you know, now they have their plasma rifle back. And they don't know what to do. They're horribly distraught. They want to destroy the Zahedi Combine. They wind up getting in their ship, flying out of the satellite, and as the bay doors are closing and all of those explosive chemicals are sitting in there in that cargo bay, they fire the sand thrower into that cargo bay. And I made him roll gunnery check to do it. Then I made him roll another check to try and jump out of system before this giant explosion, which he failed. So then we had to roll damage. The ship took a bunch of damage, and then all weakened and limping, they were able to jump out of sector. But they destroyed the Zahedi Combine's venture capital, transit web, planetary defenses, integral protocols, and bank.
Wow.
So what I need to know from you is if they destroy the bank and 90% of the faction that was holding their debt,
right, luckily all of a sudden
now own the ship.
I'm gonna say yeah.
I feel the same way.
Because had not everything perfectly coalesced in this little shickadoo that you have going on,
right?
They never would have been able to just destroy that faction. But
No.
had they not gotten the bank with the explosion, I'd say no. But they got the bank.
Whole thing was the biggest weird happenstance, circumstance of events, chain of circumstances lead up to the exact perfect moment where if they succeed on this gunnery check, the Zahedi Combine is kind of just
gone,
done.
Which is crazy.
On one of the jumps, one of those 30 jumps they had to make going back and forth, they burn out their multifocal laser which is why they had to use the sandblaster instead, because the multifocal laser would have been more effective, and it wouldn't have been as challenging a roll.
Right.
But he
Your fleet and pre-tech infantry,
fleet, right?
And a grav tank formation.
Right, the grav tank formation and the pre-tech infantry are on the planet's surface fighting against the Brodstorkrovi.
Right.
And the scavenger fleet is over on Nagor trying to do a planetary seizure.
Right.
So, another thing we need to do, we need to go to the Thalians.
Thalians asset tracker.
They got a ship.
Oh, they did. That's right. They delivered the ship.
What is equivalent to a ship?
Oh. Like, in the asset tables? What kind of ship was it?
Like, is there a patrol boat?
No.
Because that's what I called it in the...
I wouldn't call it an asset. It's just a thing. It's not a blockade fleet.
No,
you know?
definitely
it's not a harvesters. Like, everything over here is in the multiples, and it's a large scale event. That's just a ship. They just got a ship. I would just give them a faction cred. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would probably just give them a faction cred. Speaking of which, I need to do all the math and add up everybody's faction creds.
Oh yeah, let's pay everybody.
Yep, everybody gets paid.
The Zahidi Combine loses their bank bonus.
Right. I'll let you do the typing. I'll just do the maths.
Okay. Like, it's not a strike fleet. It's just one ship. Okay. So on the faction tracker, on the Zahidi Combine, there it is. Oh, you're doing it right now? No,
Yeah, I'm changing them all.
Does not have a bank, but it still costs them 2 per turn to maintain. Whoops. Did you do it?
I'm just changing. I haven't touched anything from the 80 Combine yet.
I'm reloading. I don't know what happened.
Has -1. Bank has Oh, well, we gotta get rid of that. I'll let you do that. I'll skip them for now.
Okay. The Zahidi Combine 1 per turn. Deleted. That's not happened. Okay, apparently you can't do it like that. Weird. Okay. No, you're gonna have to do it. I don't know. I keep getting an error every time I try and delete part of that note.
Okay. I'll see if I can do it.
I don't know what the deal is. Whatever.
That's not a big deal. I'll see if I can do it.
So, let's look through the timeline. And I guess we're gonna have to roll to see who goes first. We can't just go.
Right. Do it the way we did last time. Zahidi Combine. They lost their bank.
Yep. Did you give the Thalians an extra credit for their new ship?
Just did.
Cool.
And they pay 2 for their capital fleet. And that's it.
Okay.
For their changes. Wow. A lot of money in the world now. A lot of 23s out there. We have 4 factions in the 20s.
Yeah, the Brodstorkrovi need to spend some money.
Yeah, they're at 26.
What's their goal? Alright, let's roll to see who goes first. 22 plus 10?
Yes.
I think that's how we were doing it.
Right, so 1d22. Did we kill a faction? I thought it was 23.
Oh yeah, it is 23. I mathed wrong. I counted 11 as 0 instead of 11 as 1.
Plus 10. Oh, well, that doesn't do anything if you don't put roll. It's /roll, right? Am I just forgetting how to use Roll20 all of a sudden? There we go. I got it working again. D23 plus 10. Alright, 33.
/R, 1d20. Made it work.
Okay.
For me.
Ooh. Alright, 33.
Oh, now I'm in the wrong place. The Bandito clan. Blood the enemy on the Civil War planet with the neo-fundamentalist Muslims.
Okay.
So they attacked the neo-fundamentalist base of influence for 6 damage last turn.
Right.
I don't see any reason that they wouldn't do that again, do you?
Right. Are they on Priam? In Fatima?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
They have elite skirmishers. So force v force versus the, did I say neo-fundamentalist Muslims? Yeah.
You did.
So the Bandito clan is 1d10 plus 3.
Ooh.
And
11?
then 1d10 plus 1. So the best they can do is tie.
2. It's a hard one.
So they deal 2d4 damage.
Four.
So 4 damage to the neo-fundamentalist Muslims' base of influence. Oh, they have elite skirmishers now that they can defend with. They bought those last turn. So their elite skirmishers go down to 1 hit point. But their base of influence sucks though. It sucks for them. So
who is the Ismaili Protectorate?
The neo-fundamentalist Muslims.
Ah, yes. They go down to. Yeah, that sucks for them. We knew they weren't long for this world. I'm sure the new book Muslims will surely follow them after the pirates and all the other Achizo royal family and everybody else. You know what I mean? Which the Achizo royal family, if I remember correctly, got spanked last time they came to that sector.
They got spanked and had to run home.
Right.
And my PCs found out about that. My navigators from that planet has some contacts there, reached out to them because he wants to, like, his long-term goal is to destroy the Bandito clan. They attack the neo-fundamentalist Muslims, elite skirmishers. Dealt 4 damage. Can they do anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, that's all they can do. Okay, so cheese it eating cheesehead.
I am 13.
Pelasgon Pipiger Band.
There you go.
They, I think, will reach out to the PCs sometime,
Shortly.
probably next turn, to see if they'll smuggle their Seductress off of Huertas. But they have blockade runners
Right.
that are specifically good at getting in, even though the whoever the my brain's not working. The West Solidarity? No, they're in a civil war. Stella Unity has the transport lockdown on that planet, Huertas, where they sent their succubus. So their goal. Oh, wait a minute. While we're looking on the faction tracker, the Bandito clan has Blood the Enemy, which reads: inflict a number of hit point damage on an enemy faction equal to your faction's total force, cunning, and wealth ratings. Okay. Did I put a note on that? No, their total is 8. So I'm going to add a note on their Blood the Enemy goal. How much damage did they deal last turn? In turn 2?
4 damage.
They dealt 4 damage last turn.
Yeah.
So they are at 4 out of 8 on Blood the Enemy. Cool. Now we know.
Right.
The Plasgon Pipiger Band, they've moved 3 out of 6 stealth units onto enemy into enemy territory. So what all is on that planet? Lycomedes. Let's do it this way so we can see what all is there. They're the only thing I show on Lycomedes. That's not right. Oh, we got a message, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, surely, if we look at the timeline for last turn, Stella Unity, they locked down Huertas. So, Stella Unity's am I dumb? I think I might be dumb.
What are we talking about? Where are we?
I'm trying to find Stella Unity's planetary lockdown.
Oh, in the faction, in the timeline?
I'm looking in the asset tracker. Stella Unity's transport lockdown is in Madavi on Huertas. Okay, yeah, I was just being dumb. Sort the planets A to Z. I was looking at the wrong planet. What all is on Huertas? The Pelasgon Pipiger Band's blockade runners, Seductress, and Base of Influence. Stella Unity sent their psychic assassins and their transport lockdown.
Right.
Will you make that Base of Influence stealth blue? I think it should be. So,
For the Pippinger Band?
yeah. On Huertas.
Still
So
not
they
quite there.
have they're gonna purchase something via that base of influence because they've got a bunch of money. So on Huertas, how much money do they have? The Pelasgon Pippinger Band has 19 credits. So is it cunning assets? Behind enemy lines. Inside enemy territory. Plan a number of stealth assets on worlds with other planetary governments equal to your cunning score. Units that are already stealthed and this goal is adopted don't count. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's force or cunning. Cunning is their highest, right? Pelasgon Pippinger Band, yes, cunning is their highest. So I think they want to spend 14 credits on some craft comms.
What kind of asset is that again?
It's a cunning asset.
Gotcha.
It's a tactic, and it has a special counterattack. So I don't know that works exactly, because their goal is to have stealth units behind enemy territory, and the cracked comms only work. No, I think that's still right. They want to buy cracked comms on Huertas.
$14, that's a lot.
I know, right? I think it's worth it, though.
Cool.
So what that does is, and will you make those cracked comms blue as well?
Yes.
Should the planetary lockdown, basically the psychic assassins that are currently stealth on that planet, once Stellar Unity gets a way to reveal their stealth, and they use their psychic assassins to attack one of their things, they can use those cracked comms, and if they successfully defend, they force the psychic assassins to attack themselves. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, because those psychic assassins have 4 hit points and deal 2d6 plus 2 damage. So if they successfully defend, the psychic assassins just instantly destroy themselves, which is kind of awesome.
Not instantly. They could roll snake eyes and deal 2 damage.
It's 2d6 plus 2.
Oh, plus 2. Yeah, no, they're just dead.
They're just dead.
They're just dead.
Are you keeping track of the time?
Yeah, we're at about 33 minutes.
Okay. What's next?
It's still rolling. 32.
32. Victory Union. Invincible Valor. Oh, wait. I forgot to check.
West Solidarity.
I didn't catch a single word of that.
Dealt 5 damage to base of interest, West Solidarity.
Did the Bandito clan, they dealt damage, but they didn't successfully destroy anything. They reduced it to 1 health. That's okay. Everybody's tags to make sure we didn't miss something.
Right. West Solidarity has nothing but a base of influence left.
Alright, well, they're going to buy something then.
Well, we're not playing the West Solidarity. We're playing the Victory Union.
Oh, Victory Union. What do they have left?
Security personnel and Monopoly. Basically, they're just gonna kill the West Solidarity.
Yeah, I
think it's
don't
time.
see- Looks like victory. You. Ooh. I mean, can it even counterattack? Does a base of influence
No.
counterattack?
No, it's just straight damage.
1d10 plus 1 for the victory union.
Rolling. That is an 8.
And 1d10 plus 4 for the West Solidarity.
That's 13.
So they successfully defend from the security personnel. So now the Monopoly gets to attack. And the Monopoly is wealth versus wealth. Deals 1d6 damage.
How'd the West Solidarity defend?
The base of influence can't even try to avoid the attack.
It's just a base of influence. It's not a thing.
I guess, yeah, and it
has nothing. Yeah, it has none.
So
we just go straight to damage for the other
roll
one.
me 1d3 plus 1 and 1d6.
Okay. That's 3 and a 1.
3 and a 1 on the West Solidarity base of influence. Lowers it from a 10 to a 6. And does the Monopoly get... they can't do that. So... timeline. Victory Union dealt 4 damage to the base of influence. Whoops. Dealt 4 damage to the West Solidarity base of influence. Cool. Roll me another.
Alrighty, right. Wait for it. 24.
Wait a minute. Sorry, hold on. I just want to see what the victory union's actual invincible now. Destroy force us. How much? 24?
Yep, should be the Meteor Clan if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, the Meteor Clan. Commercial expansion. They're 0-6. Commercial expansion says destroy number of wealth assets of rival factions. Okay, yeah. They're fighting with the. That kind of sucks. They just bought blockade runners. Why? Commodities broker gives a 7 discount. They plan to buy blockade runners for 6 creds. Then they bought the blockade runners. What were they gonna do?
I can't remember what they were going to try to do with the blockade
Why
runners.
did I want them to buy blockade runners? They had a blockade fleet. Oh, who are they gonna attack with their psychic assassins?
The Zahidi Combine that no longer exists. They couldn't get to the other planet, though. Blockade runners were for them to get off-world.
Right.
But the Zahidi Combine are all destroyed.
So...
But, like, does the Meteor Clan know this? I'm assuming they would receive word of the giant satellite getting blown apart.
It's been 3 days.
Since then?
It would take at least that long for them to find out.
Right.
So... Yeah, we're basically doing this turn to find out what happened between the time that they blew up the Zahidi Combine and 3 days later when they pop out of warp space in the next sector over.
Right.
That's what we're looking at. So, what is the Meteor Clan? They need to destroy some wealth assets. Because if they show up there with their blockade runners,
Right.
they could fight with all the force assets that are around, but there's no wealth assets that are around. So, where's a wealth asset? Do the Thalians or the Sandues have any wealth assets? The Sandues have some harvesters. That's a wealth asset. And the Thalians have a blank slot that we didn't do anything with because we decided that was everything.
Yeah, we gave them their extra cred because one ship really doesn't amount to anything,
Right.
by itself.
So, do we go pick on the poor Sandues with some psychic assassins? Go destroy their harvesters?
If I was CEO of Meteor Corp, you know what I mean? Meteor Clan, I would send the psychic assassins after the guys that just stole my ship and let all my prisoners get away.
They didn't. They gave the ship to
The
the
Thalians.
Thalians like they were supposed to. The Thalians paid for the ship. Then they dropped off the prisoners like they were supposed to.
And then blew them up?
It was 90 days later.
Oh, so they could have either been eaten or killed or put on the planet's surface
And,
or...
yeah, and nobody other than the Brats of Krovi, nobody knows that the Zahidi clan or the Zahidi Combine has been destroyed.
Then they would send their psychic assassins to the Zahidi Combine.
Okay, fair enough.
Because that was their original plan. If they don't know yet, then that's what they would still do. There's no reason to import knowledge upon this faction that doesn't have.
Right. Okay, so they're going to move blockade runners and psychic assassins to Lamella.
Yeah, Lamella.
So let's go to the asset tracker and actually move those. You're already doing it, aren't you?
I am.
Sweet boy.
What system is that, if you would?
Yep, give me 1 second here.
Owned it?
I don't even have the sector map open.
What does that say about you?
I am running behind.
It's okay.
Oh, I have it open on my phone. Does that count?
It's in owned it. It's okay. I got it. I have to have all the things open so the people's watching can see the things that I'm doing. So
I know,
let me
right?
query you about this then.
Okay.
Why is the Meteor Clan set to enemy?
I imagine they will be very soon.
Oh, okay. So they're not yet.
That's
though.
why I did it.
Okay.
I was thinking of people that by the next time the PCs run into that clan, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
If the PCs show up there in 4 or 5 days, there's a good chance the Meteor Clan is going to be pissed at them.
Right. Because the they were friends with the Zahedi Combine.
Yeah.
They sold them there to hog prisoners.
Their ship right now, the PC's ship, is absolutely maxed out on power. And their payment for delivering the prisoners was a $75,000 credit towards getting their electronics upgraded for the ship, which is half price. So the PCs were going to have to go around and do jobs to make 75,000 credits profit on top of paying their bills.
Which they don't have anymore.
Right. So now they've lost access to that, I think. But
if they go back to the Meteor Clan, they're going to be pissed.
Like, how does the Meteor Clan find out? I mean, they're psychic assassins. Of course they would find out. They can see through time or something.
Or that's just they get a little ping on their phone and their Gmail goes off.
Right.
And it's like hey, how are you today? Zahedi Combine got blown up. Just so you know. Here's a coupon to Walgreens.
These are the pricks that did it.
Right.
So, the timeline's up to date. The asset tracker's up to date. The faction tracker's up to date. On the Meteor Clan, we're good.
Say all that again. Sorry.
We updated the timeline for the Meteor Clan.
Correct.
We updated the asset tracker for the Meteor Clan.
Correct.
And the faction trackers didn't need to be updated.
Correct. I took away the enemy.
Do you want to roll one more, or
let's roll one more,
and then we'll take 5.
And then we'll take 5. That's about where we are.
Awesome.
Moment. So if you see that type of stun follow up, you can get out of it pretty easily. It's something that we see kind of a
26.
26 looks like the Bear Guild, Theocratic, and Peaceable Kingdom. And they have 17 credits. So I'm going to put...
They're pretty wealthy.
I'll put their Peaceable Kingdom up to 3 out of 4.
That's right.
And yeah, this is the company that runs that Gold Rush.
It is.
That Gold Rush planet.
We never did decide what it was that the Gold Rush mineral is.
Yeah, it's unobtainium.
Yeah, it's
It's Bear Guild gold with Bear Grylls.
It's Bear Grylls. It's just Bear Grylls. That's that's the Gold Rush. It's in there somehow through use of precursor archive technology. They have every episode of Man vs. Wild.
They want some way to move. They don't own a single starship.
Right, being able to export
move their stuff
would be good
around.
for them.
So, what do they want to buy, brother?
If I were them, I would want. Where is it? Yeah, they got enough money. I'd get venture capital.
They already have venture capital.
Do they? Oh, let me. How about I actually look at what they got already?
No, they want to buy a spaceship.
Okay, where are they? Where are they? They're in the B's. Bear Guild. They have venture capital. They have post-tech infantry. They have pre-check logistics. They have a commodities broker. So yeah, they want a shipping combine. A shipping combine makes a little more sense, I think.
Right. And it's only 10.
It's only 10.
Their blockade runners are 12. Shipping combine has more hit points, but the blockade runners.
Runners can only move. Where are they?
They're down.
Are they force or cunning?
They're wealth. Blockade runners are wealth. They're on the same.
Oh, there they go. Yeah, they can only move a military unit or special forces.
Okay.
They're covert. They want a shipping combine. They're trying to make money. They're not waging war with nobody.
Right.
They need a shipping combine. I will get your stats over there.
Oh, okay. Then I'll stop this. Okay, cool.
If you'd make me a spot, please.
I already did.
You slick, sly son of a gun.
You know? Whoever told you I'd fuck around was lying, brother. Bear Guild. Purchased. Shipping. Cool. I upgraded their goal. That doesn't look right, brother.
What do you mean?
I got it. Shipping combine. It didn't have the asset name. It was just a blank box.
Right,
I was stats.
I was
but not
going to
the
get it.
actual name.
I was going to get it and I missed it.
I got it. We're good.
I made big mistakes.
Amazon Shadia. So, this Bandito clan base of influence. Fatima. Cool. Cool. Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. We'll be right back to charge through the rest of these.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do all of these in an hour, since we don't have so much stuff to talk about. And,
Cool.
We'll be back.